there's three big photojournalist that Picture of the Year International and the Pulitzer. Those are the three, and I came in second out of 100,000 people, and I
Wow.
didn't know anything about it, but I did learn. I guess I'm getting off a little bit, but I did learn. I went to Amsterdam for the award ceremony, and here I was
Hmm.
talking about a picture of a football game flyover. Uh, and all these other people were, in bed in Afghanistan at the time, and all these things, and to get their picture, and I felt kind of embarrassed, really. I got a award for something, not compared to what they were doing, but it opened my eyes up a lot. And then what else happened was I started getting emails, hundreds of them, and you put tears in your eyes. They're saying this memorialized my time with my grandfather and his grandson at the game together, or the whole families together, 2, 3 generations of families together. And it was like, pictures are powerful. So that got me going. And then every year I've been trying to see what I get. For some reason, that was the playoffs. That was the championships at the time. Now it's a quarterfinal. But a lot of people really like this. It's just to show them, it memorializes the time they had that day. They hear the bomber. I don't hear it. They hear it going over. And I think when you see the picture afterwards, you can still relive that sound.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I think what's particularly cool about it is I've been lucky. I've been to the Rose Bowl game. I have family members who've been to multiple Rose Bowl games. But I've been to a lot of football games where there are flyovers, right? And you see that photo, and it is so representative, of the country, of the tradition, of the pageantry, right? You mentioned being a trumpet player and and being a private aviator, right? My wife played trumpet in high school. My grandfather flew in the Army Air Corps and the Civil Air Patrol here in the state of Ohio, and flew my dad and his 4 siblings, in
That's
his
great.
plane for family vacations back in the day, right? So I've heard all these stories about flying in these planes, and you mentioned the band, right? Ohio State's band is Tibiddle, the best damn
By
band in the land,
by
right? And
far.
so yeah, and so it was actually a cool viral moment last night. Matthew McConaughey obviously is a University of Texas grad and professor, and a big supporter of that program. And there was a video that went viral of him on the sidelines last night giving fist bumps to all the Ohio State
Okay.
band members as they exited the field from their performance. And what's so special about college football, even as the game evolves into a more professionalized version of a league, so to speak, with first round of playoffs and quarterfinals and semifinals and a championship game. These bowl games are so full of tradition and are so full of pageantry and are so representative of the American experience, right? The Rose Bowl used to be the Pac-12 and the Big
Right.
Ten would meet each other. The West Coast would meet the Midwest, right? And now, obviously, that happens this past year, but more out of luck than anything, because now it's become a quarterfinal in this game where there's going to be other regions, other schools that are going to get the opportunity to participate in the Rose Bowl in a way that they otherwise wouldn't have. And being a fan of the game, there's an element of it, of the tradition that I want to hold on to, right? Like that's the Pac-10 versus the Big Ten. But really, I love college football, and I love the opportunity for all these different schools to experience this particular thing. So you see this photo and now the series of photos that are on your website, which we'll obviously share here as a part of the video. Um, it does memorialize those experiences for those families and those generations that went to that particular game. But it can also give you the feeling of going to any game that you've seen a flyover at, right? And it's just this blend of Americana, right? It's the military, it's aviation, it's American football, it's college football, amateur football, right? And it's just this beautiful blend of a very particular American
It
experience.
is. And you know what's fascinating is the pilots. They are so, especially with this particular game. I went out to see them at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, and this is the most of the whole year. They all want to fly over the Rose Bowl. They fly over other ones, but the Rose Bowl, they're going to fly 14-hour day. They're doing numerous refuelings, or well, not numerous, probably a couple, and they fly all over the place just to get over the parade and the game. And it's really the game. And
Yeah.
it's just, I couldn't believe the excitement on them when I was there. And it was like, yeah, we're going this year. We want to go.